Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. Straight out the gate, I haven't played anything since the last time I uploaded a video. I've just not really been in the mood to start a new game. I'm not sure if anyone else gets this, but whenever got to start a new game, it always feels like such a chore. I don't know why, because I always end up enjoying them, having a good time, enjoy the story, enjoy the gameplay. But starting is such a hurdle to get over. So yeah, I've not really, not even not really, I just haven't played anything this week. I did turn the PlayStation on to play, but ended up just watching YouTube videos of wasting time doing stuff like that. So yeah, not really much to report on the Gaming Player 2 Press Start channel at the moment. What I have been doing though, I have bought myself a mountain bike. I wanted to try mountain biking for a while. And if anyone's watched these videos, I know full well in the previous videos I've talked about just do the thing. You haven't got to be good, it hasn't got to be perfect, just do the thing. You're on your own, you're with people, just do the thing that you want to do, that you want to try. And if you like it, great, you can do it some more and you can carry on. But if you don't like it, at least at least you've tried it. It's better to regret doing something than not doing something. So yeah, I bought myself a mountain bike. It's a Ghost Kato 2. I bought it off a good friend of mine. He was selling it to raise money to do the London Marathon for, I think it's Birmingham Transplant Association or something to do with Birmingham Hospital transplants. So yeah, I was happy to buy the bike off him to help him fund that, and of course I'll still be sponsoring him anyway. But yeah, I've bought myself a mountain bike. I bought that on Saturday afternoon. Went out for the first time so I'm 41. I think I was 14 the last time I rode a bike, and I went for my first bike ride in 27 years, just around a local park. Did 6 laps, really enjoyed it, and then I will get onto a story about how I completely derailed my own motivation and fun. But yeah, like the riding the bike went great. Pumped the tyres up, and I thought I'd have to get new inner tubes and stuff, but they all held tyre pressure, didn't fall off, which is bonus. But yeah, it was a really good day. Then I took my nephew. I've got 3 nephews. They're all into their bikes, so I took that round to show my brother and my nephews on the Sunday evening. Yeah, it was just really good. I really enjoyed being on it. Hurt my bum cheeks. The saddle hurt my bum cheeks. You might have just heard the dog jumping up onto the sofa. Saddle hurt my bum cheeks. I've been told there's special shorts you can buy, but that might be something to investigate a bit further down the line. And I was absolutely knackered by the end of it. I worked it out. I did 10 miles in the day, which it's not a lot in the terms of someone who's, well, I'm a chunky monkey and incredibly unfit, and again, I haven't ridden a bike for 27 years. Sorry, the dog's just eating his own foot. I had to stop him doing that. But yeah, it was good all round. But I did get into my own way, and if someone's watching this and they get to this point, either they might have a laugh at my story, but they also might cut themselves a bit of slack, which is something I didn't do. So the park I went to, it's in the middle of the city, one of the cities near me, and I drove there. I wanted a controlled environment. Took the front. It's got a quick release on the front wheel of the bike. Quick under the bolt, away you. Rear wheel and frame in the car, tyre, helmet on. Away you go. Got there, set it all up fine. Like I say, absolutely brilliant time. Played a bit of Pokemon Go while I was there. On the recovery Mewtwo day, didn't catch anything worth a note. I got a Hundo Wurmple. So if you're into Pokemon Go, you'll know how super exciting that is. Brilliant, buzzing, smiling from ear to ear. Get back to the car. Load the back of the bike in the car. Without thinking, I shut the boot, jumped in the car, drove off. About an hour later, finally get home. I got to take the bike out of the car, and I'm like, I'm sure bikes have two wheels. What have I done with this other wheel? And it dawned on me that I'd loaded the frame and the rear wheel back into the car, but I'd left the front wheel just leaning up against the car. So I'll go all the way back over to exact space where I parked, hoping that I'd get there and this wheel and tyre would just be lying on the floor, and there you go, lesson learned. Not so lucky. Got back home and I was fuming with myself. I was so angry. How could I be so absent-minded? I've made no secrets about, I've got my own issues with mental health. Just really cruel things bouncing in my head. Hearing a lot of the stuff I used to hear when I was little, and trying to learn a new skill that I didn't know. Constantly, why aren't you good at this? You're always in your own way. You shit for brains. All this type of horrible stuff. And I just couldn't settle. So in the end, I decided to not watch the Hungarian Grand Prix. We jumped in the car, went over to, I think it's called King's Cycles in Cradley Heath. Had to buy a new wheel, a new tyre, a new inner tube, a new valve, and a new front disc brake. So I did pick up a new pump with the pressure reading on for future use, and some new pedals while I was there. But all in all, it came to about £100 to fix the mistake of just being absent-minded. And even now, I'm still quite angry at myself for doing it. But I guess these things happen. Everyone I've spoke to who bikes said it's happened to them. The guy at the shop was really, he said like it's happened to him multiple times, and I'll be angry at myself for about 2 weeks. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, that's really bad luck," and I'm not really one for luck. I think there's things you can control, there's things that you can't control. This was something I could control, so therefore I don't think luck comes into it. But it is what it is. It was an expensive lesson, and hopefully if someone has listened to me rambling on and on for nearly 10 minutes, they'll maybe be a little bit gentle with themselves if they're making a mistake. I'm going to make a conscious effort this week to actually try and play some video games. I don't know what yet, still haven't decided. I'm away on a beach trip on Saturday, yearly beach trip with some friends. That'll be fun. Early start Saturday morning. Got a little tent to put up in the beach, which I don't know if if you're a similar age to me, you probably think, oh, tent camping, good times, fun all around. So yeah, that would be good. I'll find a lot of peace on the beach and in the sea. So yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to try and actually make a conscious effort to play some games this week. You know, I'm feeding all my other hobbies. I do need to feed that hobby as well. If anyone has any game recommendations, I'm always open to them. If anyone would like to, would encourage me to start streaming my gaming sessions, like, that's something I could potentially look at. I don't think I'll be very good or entertaining because I'm not very good at computer games, but it's something I enjoy. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've been up to this week. We had a visit to the vets with the dog. He's an old boy, just a bit of a checkup. I would put him on camera, but he's currently snoring his head off at the moment. I'm sure he'll wake up as soon as it gets to dinner time. But yeah, that's about it. If you've watched for this long, please consider subscribing. I'll put as always, the link to a Discord in the description thingy. But yeah, again, I'm just trying to build a community where people feel welcome. It doesn't matter, the colour of your skin, what gender you are, what gender you identify as, your sexuality, your race, as long as you're not a dickhead, you're welcome. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.